There's a sail on the flat. Sail on the flat.
That's a pair of slammers, boys.
Nice fish.
Reelin' in the Keys with host Captain George Clark Jr.
Hi, and welcome to another exciting episode of Reelin' in the Keys, where we take you out sport fishing in the sport fishing capital of the world, the Florida Keys, and meet the charter fishing captains who make their living each and every day on the water. Today we're out with Captain Jim Sharpe, Sea Boots Charters here in Summerlin Key. Well, Captain Jim, we're heading out. I'm excited. I'm always excited to go fishing. You probably are super excited because you like to fish as well, don't you?
Absolutely, particularly on a day like today. It's flat calm.
It is flat calm.
Flat calm.
Gorgeous, gorgeous weather. And what do you have in store for us?
Well, we've had some reports this morning already of a weed liner rip in about 12 or 14 miles offshore. So we're going to take a look at that first on the way out, but probably spend most of our day in 700 or 800 feet of water. It's a good depth for dolphin this time of year, and this is a very good time of year for blue marlin. We've got a lot of blue marlin here in that depth this time of year.
Wouldn't that be something? Get a nice blue marlin bite on there, and
a nice day for that. But
we'll see them real well.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Captain Jim spotted a couple nice mahi swimming on the surface. It's so calm, you can see them paddling around, and pulled up to them, and they're just kind of cruising, so he's going to get back on them. The guys are putting a couple baits in the water. Here he is, right off this side here. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, nice fish too. Hey.
There you go. There was a couple there. Oh, look at him jump!
There's more than one there. There might be some falling up.
More of them. Yeah, there's a few, couple there, 2 or 3. Nice fish. That is a nice fish. Little bull dolphin. Where's his girlfriend?
Double hook in his mouth.
Oops. Oops on his part.
Got another dolphin right here, guys. Big dolphin right here. Take him. Right here.
Yeah. Good job over here. All right. He's got a dolphin. Nice little bull dolphin in the box. We didn't get skunked, and we've been fishing 2 minutes.
It looks like the shoreward edge of the Gulf Stream right here. Got some Sargasso seaweed alongside of it. And no birds working here yet, but it's early. The dolphin don't come up a lot of times real early. But we're gonna try it and see what happens here.
So I'm with first mate Dustin, and we're What's the strategy? Now we've got some birds out with some lures behind them. We're going to run natural baits on monofilament leaders,
Right.
and try to mix it up and just spread them out.
Yep.
We got some in the riggers, some off the flat lines here.
Yep. We got a downrigger too.
Got a downrigger
Trying to get a
here.
wahoo. Yep.
And we're fishing right on this edge, which is kind of like the highway, right? So we're just
Exactly.
waiting. Like if we get a couple on like the riggers and stuff, are we going to clear some lines? You're
Yeah.
going to just direct us where?
I'm going to try to. It's always chaos.
Yeah, well, hey, it's chaotic. Fishing is chaotic.
Yeah, organized chaos. Hopefully what happens is when we bring in, if it's a dolphin, we bring a dolphin in, we're going to have the school that'll follow in.
it up,
We'll clear the big lines, and then we'll start using the spinning rods to start bailing them.
And folks, this is Mahi,
Yes.
Dorado, and what we call in Florida dolphin fish. What other kind of fish might we find?
Tuna, wahoo, we might, blackfin tuna.
Blackfin tuna.
Wahoo, we always get marlin this time of year.
Sure.
Sailfish, bonitas, sharks. So it's the ocean. You never know. It's the Atlantic Ocean.
Woohoo! Ow! Mahi, Mahi!
Ah!
I think I'm over that rigger. Oh yeah.
Take them out!
Whoa, look out!
A number of years ago, we started a marlin tournament down here out of Key West, and it was called the Key West Marlin Tournament, of course. And we attached Hemingway's name to it for a short time until the Hemingway family didn't like that, and then we removed it. But in about 1980, Tex Schramm and Norman Wood came out here. They wanted to find out where Ernest Hemingway was fishing for marlin off the Keys. And they knew the speed of the boat, and they knew how long he ran before he started fishing. So they came out to an area, what is now called the Wall. They didn't even know it was there back then. And with the new electronics and everything, they were able to mark the wall, which it goes out to about 950 feet of water, and then it drops right straight down to 1,500, 1,800 feet of water, just a vertical drop. And the good thing about the Wall is it's at a little bit of an angle to the flow of the Gulf Stream. So the 4-knot Gulf Stream current comes up and pours over the top of that wall, giving it a lot of upwelling, and a lot of nutrient comes up, a lot of tunas, skipjack tunas, blackfin tunas, occasional yellowfins in that area, and it can be very good wahoo fishing. But that's basically where we fish for marlin here off the lower Keys. I had a lady, Rosie Morrison was her name, and she loved to marlin fish. And we came out and we caught several big marlin, and she wanted to get into the tournament. So we entered the Key West Marlin Tournament in 1987. And second day of the tournament, we hooked up with a very large fish. And it took us about 55 minutes to get the fish. Turned out in those days we killed the marlin, brought them in to weigh them, and the heaviest fish would win the tournament. And that fish weighed in 520 pounds. At that time, that was the heaviest blue marlin ever brought into Key West.
Oh yeah. Love it! Florida Keys Mahi fishing. What month? What month is it? It's November.
November.
Imagine that. 85 degrees out in November. We're catching mahis.
Nice.
Beautiful conditions. Folks, get down here and do some of this fishing with Captain Jim. Good job. Which one? Yeah, man.
Way to go, guys! Big on right there! Going over this way.
Go ahead.
We got Donna here from Lower Keys Tackle,
Hey,
out
guys.
on the boat, having a good time. You started us off today, Donna, with a nice fish, and then you came up here to talk to me for a second, and boom,
Things
we got
went crazy.
total chaos. So you having a good time?
Absolutely. It's always a good time out here on the big blue, beautiful ocean. We're catching fish. It's
Good company.
Yeah, great company on the Sea Boots with Jim Sharpe. He's a legend in my mind.
Absolutely.
And great guy to fish with.
Stay right there. There's more fishing action coming up. I'm going to show you a double hook ballyhoo rig that I like for wahoo. We catch everything on it. We catch shellfish, tuna, dolphin, mahi. Why I like it is a double hook rig, 2 hooks, and we have a piece of wire that's put in here. That keeps them from being bit through this section right here. And this is a very good swimming rig. It was measured out, so you know where that hook's going to be. Take your thumb, save that mark. I'm going to bring that hook in, just in the belly there. Bring it in. That pin's should be measured out perfectly, right to the head. You can take the eyes out if you want. They start to bulge, I pull them out later. Wrap. It's a pretty weedless bait too, believe it or not. Bend that hook down, that pin down. Sailfish bites this and feels that. A lot of times people say they'll let go. There's your bait. All you got to do is clean up the bill. And I can show you swim. He's ready to fish.
The guys up top just spotted a big piece of something floating, debris, and what we know about that is whatever's floating out here in the Gulf Stream normally attracts bait. It's gonna have the fish hanging out. It could be triple tails, could be wahoo there, dolphin. You never know what's hanging out around it. And Captain Jim's just coming up on it now. It looks like there's birds sitting on it. Oh, fish on! Fish on! You gonna jump? Looks like a little schoolie dolphin off a little piece of debris floating out here. That's pretty cool. All right, little Mahi. We're out here in the briny blue on a nice calm day, and it's time to meet the captain, Captain Jim Sharpe. Thanks for having us out on the boat today.
My pleasure.
I'll tell you, couldn't ask for better conditions, better weather.
Chamber of Commerce day today.
I'll tell you what, just beautiful, beautiful conditions. Well, let the folks know a little history about yourself. You've been doing this for a long time now.
I was born and raised in Miami, and I started fishing with my father when I was about 8 or 10 years old. Came down to Marathon, spent time with him on weekends and holidays, stayed aboard the boat out of Marathon. And I was farming in Miami for 30 years, but I worked 2 days a week and I had 5 days off, which I fished on my 5 days off. And it was a good trade-off. Ride and rescue in Miami is always a challenge, and kept my sanity being on the water the other 5.
Right, right.
But I came to Summerlin Key in about 1976, and we started a charter business out of there in about 1978.
You're kind of in between all of the boat traffic. So.
Yeah, we're in between the heavy traffic areas, particularly charter boats. I think we're the only large charter boat out of that particular area. And the winter fisheries close to the reef, as you know, 150 feet of water or so, and most of our weather comes from the north and the northeast, which is sheltered by the islands. So
sure.
Even though it's 20-knot winds in the winter, a lot of times we're fishing in 2-foot seas, 3-foot seas, very
beautiful.
Nice. But in February, March, and April, we have a big run of sailfish come through, migrating south along the Keys, and they move out to spawn, aggregate the spawn off of the Keys in June. So in that big migration in April, sometimes we'll see 40 or 50 sailfish in one day just tailing along on the surface.
And I'll tell you what, beautiful, beautiful charter boat, big, really beamy, comfortable. Just the thing, a family that comes down here and wants to go out and have you take them fishing, they'll enjoy being on this boat. What a nice boat.
It's not fancy, but we don't want to keep it too fancy because we want to get fish blood on it every now and then.
Right. And Jim, here's the $1 million question. Where did you come up with Sea Boots as the name of your charter company?
Well, I was a fireman for 30 years, and I always wore boots and bunker pants. And an old family friend of ours by the name of Buddy Carey had a boat out of Miami, the Pier 5, called the Sea Boots. And I always loved the name. So when I came to the Keys and started my charter business, I called him up and I said, would you mind if I named my boat Sea Boots? And he said, no, not at all.
Captain Jim, you do a radio show every week still, right?
That's correct.
What's the name of it?
This Week in Fishing. And we do it on US 1 radio, which is 104.1 FM station, 100,000 watt. And we do a Thursday evening show that's 1 hour long. And then I do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday short fishing show in the mornings, about 5 minutes or so. And my son-in-law does the This Week in Fishing on Thursday evening with me. We try to stick with fishing techniques, new electronic equipment, fishing gear,
Sure.
fishing lines, different braid lines and things of that sort. And just in general talk about the fishing here in the Keys and a kind of a synopsis of what's running, what's being caught at the time.
Stay right here. More fishing action coming up.
Fish out! Fish out!
Second one, hooked up. Second one?
Yep.
Got that one and that out. This one must have got knocked down too. Hey, we got a big up with it.
And this is what it's all about, folks.
One more.
Getting bit. Oh!
Any more of that, Jim?
These are all nice fish.
Nice fish there.
What a great day on the water today. Had a ball with Captain Jim Sharpe. Thank you so much, Jim, for getting us out on the water and getting us on some really nice mahi. Beautiful day. A lot of good stories too. I appreciate that.
Great day. It was a Chamber of Commerce day weather-wise. That was a gorgeous day.
Well,
Just
you
gorgeous.
can't ask for anything more than that. And to get to fish with a living legend here in the Florida Keys, someone who's been doing this a long, long time, and I just, the people out there that are sitting in cold weather right now who want to get down here and do some of this fishing with you.
You would think so. I mean, we're so fortunate here in the Keys. Here we are in November. I think it was 88 degrees today.
It was a little hot.
It went out of the southeast. Perfect day for dolphin, but it's snowing in places up north already.
Yep, well, you got that right. Again, we want to thank Captain Jim Sharpe from Sea Boots Charters right here in Summerlin Key, the Lower Keys. I'm Captain George Clark Jr. saying thanks for watching and tune in next week for another exciting episode of Reelin' in the Keys.
And this is what we do after fishing.
Hey!
There's a place out on the ocean, ain't on a map anywhere. The captain's looking at the water, he knows exactly where to steer. No internet or Wi-Fi towers, all that stress is gone. The lines just went in the water, and somebody yells, fish on. And it's just another day, reeling in the Keys. We got that fishing feeling, there's no place we'd rather be. We're a million miles from nowhere, but we ain't lost at sea. Just loving life, living the dream, reeling in the Keys.